Hey kiddos, I'm just recording this video in case we happen to miss each other since my Wi-Fi is still not installed yet, and probably won't be installed till tomorrow afternoon. So I just wanted to make sure that you have all the information you need in case we don't get a chance to connect. I will be available for my office hours today, and then you can, if you are not able to reach me, you are certainly welcome to email me as well at brianna.andrighetti@svps.org. Okay, so Brianna Andrighetti, Andrighetti @spps.org. Okay, so I'm going to click on the task list and reminders to start us off and zoom in just a little bit here. You have two guiding questions on the left side. It says, how do cells reproduce? So this is the last, I guess, main topic where we're focusing specifically on cells here and talking about how they reproduce this time in a process called mitosis. And then how do each of those stages of the reproduction process called mitosis help the cell or organism to survive better? So those questions I want you to have in your mind this week and next week. For today's agenda for this lesson, you have a couple different activities here. The first one is a discussion post for the Ignite one. That'll involve a little bit of math, and I'll get to that in just a moment. Then you have your chunk and chew activity kind of together, where it's like a video like normal, and I would like you to take some notes. They are going to be a little bit long, so get yourself ready for that. And it's talking about that process called mitosis, about cell reproduction. There is a review activity as well, where you're going to need to identify some of the stages of that mitosis process, and then submit a PDF of your answers there. Okay, so next up, I'm going to go through the different activities here quickly. All right, so you have your discussion post here called Cell Division Math for the Ignite one. There's a little bit of good information about how cells divide, and they double their population to split in from one cell into two cells, and then each of those cells splits into two cells as well. So, and keep in mind that it keeps doubling its population. So one becomes two, those two become four, then those four become eight. Based on that information, you have two questions that you need to answer. And I would like you to answer them on paper this time and work out your answers. And then I would like you to submit a photo of your answers to this discussion post, which might work better in the app version of Schoology rather than the browser version. So just a heads up on that. First question that you need to answer is, starting with one cell, if each cell divides into two cells every hour, which is actually kind of fast, but we'll pretend for this time, how many cells would there be after 5 hours? So remember, they double their population. One becomes two, two becomes four, and so on. How many would there be after 5 hours if it takes them 1 hour to reproduce or to split? Number two, how many hours would it take for that one cell to become 128 cells? Okay, so you got to work out both of those answers and then submit a photo of your work. All right, next up is your chunk and chew activity, which I said you'll be taking notes on, and they're kind of extensive notes this time. There's a video here that I've recorded for you, and this video does tell you exactly how to take the notes and what they should look like and where to put what pieces of information and whatnot. If this video isn't working embedded here, then you can also click here to right above it to go to the YouTube video version. Okay, right below the video there, it talks a little bit about how the notes should be set up and what they should look like based on this photo there. I've also attached right here the PDF of the slideshow that the video is based off of. So if you'd like to just look at the slideshow version, that is fine too, as long as you're taking notes, because they will definitely help you with the review activity and with the activities we'll be doing next lesson and next week as well. Okay, so next up after that, you have a review activity where you're going to be working on identifying the stages of that cell reproduction process. So there's a PDF that's attached here that you'll be opening up. Okay, and I'll show you that in just a moment. Your job is to read and follow the directions on it. You may use your notes, and you probably should use your notes because they will help a lot. There's also going to be a word bank that you can use with spelling. Now, for this activity, I do want to point out that to earn a 4 on it, you will need to add some additional information about why you think your answers are correct. Okay, so for a 4, you need to add information next to your other answers. And then remember to submit your document as a PDF, not as a screenshot. Okay, I'm going to go next to show you what that document looks like for your review activity. So it's called Mitosis Phase ID. And in your notes, you'll have learned about the different stages of cell division. And right here, as you look at each of the pictures, A, B, C, D, E, and F, I would like you to do your best to identify which stage of the cell reproduction or mitosis process is each of these pictures showing. So, like cell A, you would use one of these words here to fill in to say which stage you think that is. Okay, and same with cell B and cell C and so on. So, you're going to fill in the names of those cell stages. Then, next to them, what you're going to do is number what order you think that those stages should go in. Okay, in this again, your notes will help you quite a bit. So, like for example, if the first stage of mitosis was anaphase, then you would give anaphase a number one. As a hint, that's not the real number for anaphase. Okay, so don't use that. All right, so find the real number for the first stage of mitosis and make sure you give that a number one, whatever that is. And then keep numbering these all the way from 1 to 6 so that you're putting them in the correct order. Remember that for a score of 4, you need to write next to these, write why you think that is the correct stage name, okay, for that stage or that phase of mitosis. Okay, so that's for a 4 there. You need to write in this area. And then remember to submit that to the review activity for today, it's December 7th and 8th. Okay, so hopefully that should get you through all the different activities there. And best of luck.